Yeah, so I just wanted to mention about this Human Rights Children Born Alive Protection Bill, 2022. I'll put the link to it in the comments, but you can also find it just by going to www.alexantic.com.au, and you can sign it there to support this bill from being to be introduced, which is obviously to allow babies who are born alive after an abortion to receive the same medical attention that any other baby would receive. It's just completely barbaric that there's hundreds of babies just in Australia every year that are being left to die slowly and not receive any medical attention just because they have survived an abortion attempt. And I've heard and read some very disturbing things I'm not going to talk about. I'll leave it up to everybody what sort of research you're comfortable doing yourself on this topic, but it is something that I'm very passionate about, and I hope that you will just take a minute to have a look at this and to sign it and support it, because it's very important. Something very personal to me, but I'm also okay to share and talk about my own personal experience in 2019 when I lost my child, my baby, during the second trimester of pregnancy. So I had miscarriages before, but usually around the 8-week mark, which is still in the first trimester and much more common. In the second trimester, I really thought that I was safe, and that all the tests and scans and everything that I'd had was showing that everything was normal, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, and I did find out that the baby's heart had stopped, and because of how developed he was, I did have to go into hospital and deliver my baby, even though he was already passed away. And what shocked me, the reason I'm sharing this, is I think a lot of people, and myself included when I was younger as well, I didn't realise how developed the unborn babies are at just certain stages of the pregnancy. As I say, my son, I found out it was a boy, when he died, he was already had all of his limbs. He even had little kneecaps that I could see. I could see his eyes were blue, and I could see his little organs as well, so intestines, lungs, everything, little fingers, little toes, I've got photos because a really good friend of mine, she had the idea to actually come in and take some photos for me of the moment, and shortly afterwards, and I'm so thankful that she thought to do that, because it never occurred to me at the time. But even without those photos, I can remember him, I can picture him, and he does have a name, and I named him Winter Sage Scriber, and that is just something that I wanted to share to make people think about. That is a little person. There's a really good line also in a Dr. Seuss book where he says a person's a person no matter how small. And yeah, I always think about that, because it's a little life, it's a little human life, and what right does anyone have to decide that that person doesn't deserve a chance at life just like everybody else?